We're very much integrated into GBATS and part of the whole show. There's people parked that are competing. They're right here in the front. They're in the back. They're along the roadside here. I mean, everywhere you go out here, you're going to see some nice iron. We're going to tell you a story about this gentleman and his wife and their 63 Peterbilt back behind us here in a moment. I'll bring Kendall over, but I want you guys to take a look down the line here at the Petro, and you can see what's going on. This is just a small sampling of what's happening. Behind Kendall on the camera over there, a whole nother 4-6 rows of trucks behind the hotel and the Petro itself. Probably, I don't know, another 100 trucks or more back there that are actually here for the show. You go to the next lot over, that's the Pilot. There's more trucks over there. And then, of course, across the street over at Four State Trucks. So it's happening today out here at GBATS, and we appreciate the guys, the boss man Brian Martin, and all the Chrome Shop Mafia over there making this happen and be still allowed to happen due to weather. It's been tough, but they're doing it. Monster trucks are happening to plan for the convoy, and the after party had to be canceled. Literally 4 o'clock this afternoon or thereabouts, depending on Mother Nature and what she decides. There's going to be some serious weather coming through here. And if you guys pick it up on your radar, you'll see what you better duck for cover and be up high off the ground because it's going to get wet. Be somewhere in town doing what 10-4 does after the show. You guys can watch the playback of all the lobby next weekend in Turlock, California. We'll be down there for the Souza Memorial Truck Show, and we'll be there for that one, and we'll be live streaming there too. At this point, I want to turn the mic over to my partner Kendall, and she's going to.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Randy Stone.
And they have this.
The truck over the last 5 years. I bought it in 2018, and it was in baskets, pieces, and it was a day cab. So I started in on it and got everything built, and I hadn't found a sleeper for it. I wanted the original square door sleeper. Got everything put together, and I had the paint done at a body shop.
Having it.
It has a big Cam 3 Cummins and a 4x4 2-stick transmission.
Okay. Well, I think we should be able to do a quick little walk around about it. So
Okay.
We'll go ahead and start that when John gets over here with the camera.
Okay.
I guess starting with the hood, where'd you come up with the whole color scheme and how'd you pick all the colors and things like that?
Actually, the color I saw on a street rod at a car show, and I got the number from the guy that had that color. I just liked the looks of the color. So we had a hard time deciding how we were going to do the paint. It's changed, but we ended up with this, and we're happy with it. So
Okay. I really like it. It's a very beautiful truck.
How period correct are we?
certain things.
Are those the original Zephyrs?
No, those aren't.
Aftermarket?
No, yes, those are aftermarket.
Don't be shy. You can tell her what you got on there.
Okay, yeah. And I wanted hydraulic power steering. So I ended up putting the front half of the chassis as a 78 359 Peterbilt. And it had the hydraulic steering, so we went with that.
All right.
It had the crawl through hole for the sleeper, which some of my older trucks, in the early days I had that, and we decided we didn't want that, so we cut it down to the floor, so at least we can sit down on the mattress now.
So, this is a pretty nice show truck. Do you have any more?
No, this is the one. Yeah, I had a work truck I sold 2 years ago, and so I ended up retiring then and working full time on this then for the last 2 years.
Does it have a name?
No, doesn't have a name.
Okay.
Just old Pete.
Or Stone Man.
Stone Man. I've got on the back of the sleeper. Yeah. I went with an '06 cutoff for the rear end, for the rear ends and the 4-bag air ride, so it'd have a little nicer ride.
Sherry, you talk at all?
Yes, I do. Usually too much. And working with the dispatcher offices and stuff. And then when we sold this truck, I kind of came back and kind of gave my input on building the truck. And
That's awesome.
Come up with ideas, and then I'd run it by Sherry and see what she thought of the ideas, and that's how we ended up with what we got.
Sounds like the silent but get it done part.
Yeah.
pretty much.
All right. Anything more you want to tell us about that truck and the experience of building it? Any special moments? Anything happened during the process?
There's been a lot of moments.
Give us top two.
I guess when I found the truck, it was completely disassembled, and I found pieces in the guy's shop that had all this stuff piled on top of it. So that's where we began. Just the cab was separate, and everything was torn apart. It took us 2 trailers to bring everything home. And
I
then-
think the second thing that I noticed that was kind of monumental was when the truck was finally done. It's like you see all these pieces sitting in the shop, on plywood shelves, and all of a sudden you've got this beautiful truck. In 5 years.
Magic wand, but a slow magic wand.
Yeah.
Magic.
All right.
Guys, I had fun talking to you. Kendall, go ahead and bring him back over and let's close it out.
All right. Well, it sure was a pleasure to meet you guys. It's a very awesome truck you have.
Thank you.
Yeah. So you guys stay tuned in for more truck interviews and walkarounds, and we will see you next time we go live. So stay tuned in and have a good rest of your day.